Alright guys, hi and welcome back to part 2 of Without Within. Hopefully the audio is better in this part, and let's jump into it. So, we're gonna have to, actually, wait a second. Can we do this? Can we click on the save? Replace existing save. No, let's not do that. Let's return and let's go to title screen. Let me just move my mouse pad here. There we go. Yes, return to the main menu. I love the music for this and the sunflowers and stuff. Okay, load. Maybe load here, will it? Oh, I guess it went to where we were patient. So just as I thought, this man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. Oh yeah, because we're like poor. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he first spoke.
You charging for these?
I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted.
I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously? This is the shamest display I've ever seen.
Dots. Trolls online were one thing, confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Oh god. Attack? No, we're gonna restrain. Books always said to annoy trolls. Annoy? No, ignore. We want to ignore the trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Oh, we have a little tear! Aww! No, Vinty! No! Don't have that tear! It's gonna make me cry! No! Vinty, it's okay, we're gonna sell your calligraphies. Me and your bun. We're gonna do it. I know that thousands of people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would have been a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew the man's words had rocked my confidence. It's okay, we still love you, Vinty. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes as I clenched my fist to hold them back. Aww. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had lost a child on our hands. The pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. These are really mean people. Exactly. These were really horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. Oh, we're helping the kid. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There. Wait.
There. It's okay. Did you lose Mommy?
The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in and stroked his back with one hand and his head with the other.
Mommy knows if you lost Mommy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared.
The kid managed to nod at last as I whispered, "Good boy," into his ear.
What's Mommy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry?
The boy's tummy growled, and I realized what he meant.
Oh, wow, how I'll buy you a sandwich.
The kid shook his head.
I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually.
I want ice cream.
Oh.
I was about to narrate in her voice. And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than left half of it melted on his shirt.
Jessie,
The boy said. That's Mommy's name.
Jessie! Jessie!
I called as I strode along the streets. Now people stared at me more than ever, enough to make me blush in fact. Maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random the next time I sold my calligraphy. That's a good idea. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Is this Jessie? She's really reckless. She's a really reckless person. Mommy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful, just wonderful. The torrent of praise curled my lips into a stupid grin.
Anyone would have done the same thing.
Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said.
Actually, there is something I need help with.
Anything in my power, miss.
What's the way back to the train station?
Oh, there we are, that cute little bun. So cute. B2, what does that mean? The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vinty for a reason. Miss Vinty! It sounds too much like her voice. We'll keep it. The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan.
Sorry I was late. I wanted...
Oh. I messed up there. Let me redo that.
Sorry I'm late.
I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me and my tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was in there somewhere. Possibly. Maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being there during such a busy period. In the end, I took all blame without complaint. Well, at one point I locked myself inside a toilet and screamed into the bowl. That's really weird. I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmate's head into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though. I thought she said drinking instead of dunking. She was worrying me for a minute. At least I earned the paycheck I needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept pushing me towards finding a second job. Hey, that's the poster we have in our apartment. Out now. The Adventures of Princess Aria and Chigo Koizumi. I'm probably butchering this, but I'm trying. On my way home, I spotted a banter for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. The game had been long hyped on every form I knew. Amazing art along with the cast of famous voice actors. The writer and composer were big names too. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money put behind this project. The way the banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Bright light shone on the princess's face to impress potential players. Yeah, this is really cute. I would want to buy it if it was up here. And her eyes are so pretty. But ours are better. Yes, that's what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no No doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. So cute. Hey, I think that was Vinty. Whoa, no way! You mean the famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask her for her autograph. My agent would then step in to speak on my behalf. Please, might have been an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100. Thanks. That would be $100. Thanks. The game shop owner said. Princess Aria cost twice what I had predicted. If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet hoping I might have more cash in hand than I realized. Turned out I had less, actually. I hung my head as the storekeeper sighed, his arched brows pressuring me into buying the game. I did ride 3 trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. The title read, Sunflower War, some visual novel about a battlefield. Copyrighted 1997, the bottom read. No wonder it was so cheap. Art by Inverted Mouse. Whoever the heck this was. The front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. This game supported 640 by 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology. The storekeeper grimaced. He must have sensed why I wanted to say no. The stare made my palms stain with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me never to visit the store again. Alright, we'll do that, Vinty. Oh my gosh, the cover was so cute! That's so cute! Look at her face! Oh, I think it's a paracomputer. With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. 0 calligraphy cells, late for work with rent, topped off blowing cash at some game I had no interest in. What I really wanted to play was Princess Aria. Forcing myself to surrender anything else would just upset me further. Play it might be fun. I did spend money on Sunflower War, I might as well give it a go. The state left me pretty drained, so this relic of a game will do a good job. The day left me pretty drained, so this relic of a game would do good. Putting me to sleep. I switched on my laptop and inserted the disk, which I partly hoped would fail to load from old age. Too bad, it worked just fine. No doubt, a lot of people were loving Princess Aria right now. Meanwhile, I was here enjoying this 640 by 480 godsend. No voice acting either. These illustrations look like they were done by a child. I would better be off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. You know, now that I think about it, I think this game is 640 by 480. And it has no voice acting. So honey, you're in this boat. The grass reached up to our knees. As I read along, I painted an image of the scene in my head. The grass reached up to our knees. As I read along, I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled as we wadded through. We paused once every few steps, fearing there might be snakes hidden among the bushes. Ah! Somehow, we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with an orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished into the darkness that had haunted us. A light bathed in soil, I found myself in the field of sunflowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped as if applauding our survival. I could see it, not only that, but touch, hear and smell too. An experience cropped my imagination. The image reviled the strokes of any artist, and it belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. What are you wearing on your head? I love it! The blessed gunfire defended us as we dove behind the wall. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed his helmet on to me. With her dying breath, I would carry on her legacy. The desert heat pinch slid off my every pore. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must converse every drop. Joe's eyes closed this time, to never reopen. Despite our promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wish I could take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people had missed this classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie. As I too had every intention of tossing this game aside, I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might be able to discover so much more. You're so cute, Vinty. As the Sunflower Wars credits rolled, I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their best with dated technologies to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when working on the project poured of every line in this game. I could gaze right into their hearts. Art, the thing I had long neglected. Aw, you're so cute.
Mommy! Daddy!
Vinty, what is it, darling?
Look, it's my calligraphy.
Honey, it's calligraphy. But that's great. I think you have a lot of talent.
This is so much fun. I'm gonna become a calligrapher.
I had forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke these days feels like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much, or rather how little, people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possessed heart, and I failed to notice it. I have to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I love it.
Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady.
A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kid I helped out yesterday. The mother and I exchanged nods. Sorry, I'm just rearranging myself. My leg was starting to hurt. Honey, this lady has a name. It's rude to call her the ice cream lady.
What's her name then?
Oh, my. It's... Well, sorry. What is it?
It's Vinty.
The mother slapped her boy on the back. See? Her name is Miss Vinty.
Mommy, can we buy one of those doodles from the ice cream lady?
Doodle. Doodle must be another word for the top of the line calligraphy. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brains out this boy. My name was nowhere inside that little brain anyway. The mother checked her wallet and her face scrunched up the way mine often did. All good, madame. I knew it felt to be living on the edge of being homeless. Please, 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 please. The boy nagged on. This showed why I would never have kids. The mother relented as last as bought one of my works. Guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle and as thanks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, he pulled his mother back into the crowd. Well, at least I scored better than yesterday. Another man scrolled towards... I've messed up so many times in this. Another man strolled towards me. Wow, I was on a roll now. My heart was on my side. My fame and my fortune had arrived. Clean my shoes, peasants. Oh God, what was his voice? Hey, it's you again, the man said. Oh, the troll from yesterday. Is this his voice now? Just, I don't remember what I gave him earlier. I cleaned my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must have known how rude he had been. Yes, my aura has cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallet with my greatness. Wow! Wow! Wait, how did I do that? How did I do that? Oh! There we go. These new scribbles are even worse than the ones you brought last time. Dots. More dots. Even more dots. Somehow, I turned into an internet celebrity. Top comment. Damn, snap! Wow, she went full crazy. LOL. Triangle mouth at 7 seconds. Illuminati. Oh, I just skipped one. More like this would be a good time to look for that second job. Thank you for playing. I'm so confused. Was that the end? What? Wait a second. Okay guys, so I did a little investigating. That was not the end of the game. There's a little bit more to come. I guess there's different endings and everything. So we got another ending this episode. I hope you all enjoy. Please leave me comments down below. And I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.